Mixed in Key 10 is great for DJs who like to get organised with their music before DJing in Recordbox or Serato, for example. So let's get stuck right in. So here we are in Mixed in Key. You'll see straight away I've already loaded up some tracks. So in order to do that, you just have to click on Add Tracks and add files or folders from your laptop. And you can do that pretty easily. What will happen is it will load and then it will start automatically picking up and sense checking the tempo, key result, energy, and start applying the cue points as well, which is really handy. We'll go into that later. What you'll see is up here is this Camelot Wheel. This is a harmonic wheel. And what I really like about what Mixed in Key 10 has done here is put it in numbers, which makes it very simple. If you're not really into music theory and you don't care, you just want to DJ and make some great playlists, you can see here it says G minor, C minor, and yeah, it's just all the different the keys related to each of the harmonic wheel. So what's great about this is you'll notice that you've got all your tracks here, and when you click on one of these, it will start filtering by the key result. And the main thing to think about is when you're looking at tracks and compatibility of key. So say if you're in 5A, which is C minor, you can go within this sort of shape here. So you can go -1 within the realm of A, and then obviously the outer ring is B. So you can go -1, which is 4A, or you can go +1, which is 6A, or you can go from A to B. That is the simplest way that you can stay within key within a set. So if you've got loads of tracks loaded into Mixed in Key 10, you can use this shape in any area of the Camelot wheel. So for example, if you don't like that particular area, you can go up to 1A being the main key, and you can go to 12A, 2A or 1B, and then you've got your playlist. You could pick and select whatever tracks you want here. In order to create a playlist, you can click on, or a collection that they call it here, you can create a name for the collection, create playlist, and then you can start going through the tracks, listening to them, drag and drop into there, and then you've got a playlist ready to export and then start using in your DJ software. Energy boosting is a cool tip that you can use using Mixed in Key 10 when you're planning some of your DJ sets. So say for example, you're starting off with a track in 8A, and what you can do is go -2 or +2. So here I've got 2 examples of tracks here, and say I want to have a bit more of a boost in energy or the vibe. The energy is the same here, but then when you're changing key from 8A to 6A, the sound, you can get a bit more of an intense jump in vibe as opposed to going from 8A to 7A. So that's one of the rules. Another technique is the -5 rule. So you can go from 8A to 3A. And a lot of DJs such as Skrillex or Armin van Buuren use this in their DJ sets to really start off with a nice vibe and then go in deep and just really switch it up and then change the vibe and the energy. A really cool technique that I particularly like is the power block mixing technique. So what this means is you can have a chunk of tracks in the same key, 8A, and then so you can mix really quickly from one to the other, say like 30 to 60 second blocks, just go for it in the mix, and then you can do the same. So you can go from a compatible key to another compatible key, but it means you're just mixing in blocks, and then you're just like worrying less about the tracks, the harmonic key of the tracks that you're going from. Another cool feature is the cue points, and you'll notice all of these cue points exist up here. There's 8 of them, and they are automatically set by Mixed in Key. And if you're like me and get a bit bored of setting them manually in Recordbox, then this is a great solution for you. Make sure that you've clicked on Personalize, Export Cue Points, and then selected the correct software that you use. Unfortunately, if you've got Recordbox 5, this is not compatible. Recordbox 6 on the other hand is actually compatible, so make sure you select Recordbox and change it to the actual app. And then if you want your cue points from Mixed in Key 10 to overwrite existing, cue points, then make sure you click on export cue points and then reload the music by clicking on right click and then reload, and then it will pull in those new cue points so you're ready to use them in your DJ software. If you want to edit your metadata, click on the edit tags tab up here, and what I find is it's particularly helpful when you're trying to filter the genre in your DJ software, and I like to keep it quite clean, so I don't really want stuff like this where it just says garage, bassline, grime. I don't really care about that. I just want to know if it's garage, like, you know, the top, the sort of genre of whatever the vibe is. So we've got Sean Escoffrey's MJ Cole remix of that Space Rider track. So yeah, you can just load that in there, and you can export when you save changes, it will save that to that particular track, and then you'll be ready to use the updated metadata. One of the use cases for mixed in key 10 that I find particularly beneficial is if I'm creating a YouTube mix or a podcast mix, then I'll go to mixed in key 10 and then use these techniques to figure out what I want to fit in within a 60-minute DJ set. One of the things that's quite helpful sometimes is looking at this energy rating alongside the key compatibility. So there's a bit of advice on the Mixed in Key 10 website which mentions about going from level energy 8, 7, 8, 7, 6, and then you could just go randomly into every now and again go to an energy rating of 4 or 3, just to give the listener a bit of a break, and then you can go back up. And it's something apparently that Skrillex does in his live DJ sets, and I think that's fair to say, because when you're mixing such high energy bassline music, you do actually want to give the audience a bit of a break in terms of dancing and listening to that massive high energy music. You might want to have a bit of a change in vibe. So that's something to consider when you're creating your DJ sets. Hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Mixed in Key 10 has a lot of benefits for DJs who like to get organised. If you like the channel, subscribe and see more videos like this in the future. Check you next time.